Good afternoon, guys, or I should say good evening. Welcome back to Morgan Hill Farms. It's 8 o'clock tonight. It was mid-90s today and just unbearable in the garden. In fact, this is the first time in 2 days that I've been down here because it has been so hot and so humid. We've been in the mid-90s. I think we're gonna hit 100 tomorrow, maybe. The real feel is like 742. It's stifling. I had all the kids down here with me 3 days ago. We were weeding and harvesting, and none of us could make it more than 2 hours. It was just crazy. But we have been up at the house today dry canning potatoes. We've pulled most of our potatoes out of the garden here, and so unfortunately in the south, our potatoes here do not store well. If you're blessed to be in the north, they probably will go through the winter for you, but here they get soft very, very quickly. So we have to either preserve those, or I do put some away for seed potatoes for next year, but I've got to preserve them, otherwise they'll just get soft and start to go bad on me, and we wouldn't want to eat those. So we have been dry canning those this year, and dry canning is a tested method. It has been tested and shown to be safe, and I'm going to do a video for you guys on that because this dry canning method is the only way that I have found to can potatoes that still gives you that fresh potato taste when you take it out of the jar. You can put these things into a pan of oil, you can bake them in your oven, and they will get a beautiful crispy exterior as if you had just pulled them fresh out of your pantry. So I've got a video coming up for you on that. We've also been harvesting about 80 pounds of tomatoes every 2 days. So we've been doing lots of tomato juice, crushed tomatoes, and a lot of salsa because I also have peppers coming in. I have about 15 gallons of peppers up at the house. So I've been taking most of my bell peppers. I have been stuffing those peppers with a mixture of pork and rice or beef and rice and flash freezing those for meals over the winter that I can just easily pull out of the freezer when we're busy and throw that right into the oven, top it with some cheese, and that's really, really good. Also, we're making salsa because I have lots of jalapenos coming in. And I have made some chow, or you might know it as piccalilli. My recipe is just amazing. I don't do it super sweet like a lot of people do it. I do it less sweet, and I also don't use green tomatoes. We use a lot of cabbage and a lot of green peppers, and I'm going to show you guys everything that I do for all of this preservation that I'm talking about in a future video, so look forward to that. But I did want to get down here today and shoot a quick video for you on something that I have seen recently online. I was on fortune.com and I happened to catch an article that was about the country of Norway, that Scandinavian country. They have said that they are taking measures to stockpile food for their population in case the unthinkable happens. They said unthinkable. They also said apocalypse. So that was very interesting, a very interesting article to read, and I encourage you guys to go and read that and tell me what you think. But I think as preppers and as people who grow their food and try to produce their food and try to be less reliant on systems, when you see an entire country that is preparing, it's kind of gives you a new motivation to do just a little bit more. Now, Norway is not a country that has been preparing forever. In fact, they haven't done anything since 2003 to put any stockpile away for their population. So for them to come out and say this 21 years later, that now they're going to stockpile food, why would they say that? Why now? If you guys saw the debate with Trump and Biden, even Trump said we are on the brink of World War III. Now, I don't know what is going to happen. And I don't know when it's going to happen. And I don't know if World War III is going to happen. But I think that we can all look around and see what's going on and know that something's going to happen. It has to. We cannot continue on down the road of spending taxpayer dollars at an alarming rate, paying huge interest costs on the deficit, passing policies that most of us don't agree with or don't want for this country or that we see as un-American, allowing millions upon millions of illegal immigrants into this country, some of which are convicted terrorists or known terrorists. We just cannot continue to do that and expect things not to happen. So I think it's really, really important that we try to do as much as we can now to prepare for our families. As parents and as grandparents, I think that it's our responsibility to make sure that our children and grandchildren are taken care of. When those other people in our family maybe don't see it, maybe they don't have the time for it, like Nate, his primary role, he goes to work, he brings money home so that we can pay the electric bill and keep a roof over our heads. He comes home from work, he has dinner with us, and he goes back into his home office until 2 in the morning, working most nights. He does not have the time nor the energy to think about this like I do. My primary role in our marriage has always been to take care of the kids and school the kids and take care of the house. And whether you agree with those roles or not is not really the topic, but it's just to say that some of us have the ability to do a little bit more to help our families wherever we can. And right now, I think is the perfect time to do that because we are quickly approaching the fall season. I'm 3 days away from having to plant my fall seeds. I've not even gotten my soil mix made, so feeling a little overwhelmed because this season is so busy for me. I find myself in the kitchen most nights till midnight preserving food. But even though I'm dead tired by the end of the day and I just want to fall into bed, I am so grateful to be able to have the opportunity for my kids to enjoy a movie while I am canning something and preserving something so that I know that we have that for the future just in case. When you see countries talk about stockpiling food for their population because of the unthinkable, when you hear people throw around the term World War III, when you can see the social unrest and just the division in our country, when you hear about billionaires building bunkers, this is not normal. People don't build bunkers. So why are the rich building bunkers? I don't know. If I was rich, I would build a bunker. I mean, I think we just need to open our eyes and see it. And I think that more people are opening their eyes and are seeing what's happening. Now, whether that's enough to change their behaviors or, change their actions and maybe start preparing, maybe, trade in that vacation for a little bit of extra food in the pantry, I don't know. But I think that one of the best things that we can do is to decrease our reliance on outside sources. Decrease your reliance on the grocery store. Decrease your reliance on Walmart, on the electrician, on the plumber, on people who you bring in to do jobs that you could learn how to do yourself. I think that that is the single most effective thing that we could do as a population. And the more people that do that, the better off we are all going to be. Because when something happens, not if, because it will, you are going to need to know those skills. And you are going to need to have a community of people that know those skills. If you have someone in your community that grows food and you want to learn how to do that, ask them. They would love to teach you. I guarantee it. I mean, no matter how busy I am down here, if I have someone that asks me a question, I love to share with them. Even when I'm dead tired and just, probably can't move another inch, I love to share this stuff. If you have somebody who is in the medical profession, and they can help treat medical issues, talk to them, ask them, hey, what would you suggest I have on hand just in case? Make these people your friends and network with them because when something does happen, you're going to need those people and they're going to need you. And that is what really I think is going to help to hold America together is if we come together in community and we all start doing something, whether it's little, whether it's big, whether you're able to grow all your own food, or whether that just means you go to your local farmer's market and get what's in season and bring it home and put a few extra jars on your shelf and learn how to preserve that. Every little bit is really going to help. American families are so pushed to the brink right now. I mean, they're struggling just to put food on the table, just to pay their electric bills. Most people don't even have $400 in the bank. And I mean, $400, that's not even a set of tires. And I'm not talking about a nice set of tires for your big truck or your sports car. I'm talking about tires for a 2007 minivan. You can't buy 4 tires for $400. And that's not even an emergency. What if something big happens? What are these families going to do when they're already struggling so much? Credit card debt has maxed out. You've all seen the buy now, pay later on Amazon. You want to buy a $10 flashlight? You can buy now and pay later for that. You can finance your flashlight. It's crazy, but they have to put these things in place because the American consumer is struggling. We're all struggling. And so we need to do all that we can do now while we're able to prepare for our families. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me as I ramble on about all of these things and just wanted to share a little bit with you there. I am going to have some preserving videos coming up like I mentioned. I'm going to give you a garden tour because I have taken so many things out of this garden and put in new things. I've got, I think I counted 48 melons growing. We're going to have a lot of melons this year. Not sure I can preserve those, but we're gonna eat a lot of them fresh. So I wanna show you guys that. So we're gonna have a garden tour coming up. So look forward to those videos, guys, and let me know what you all are doing right now this season. If you've got a great preservation recipe that you love, if you are preparing in a certain way, let me know. You know, maybe there's something that I've overlooked. I would love to know what y'all are doing as well. And if you liked this video, guys, please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next one.